So the Spanish ministry took the lead on the task of monitoring and evaluation of co-funded projects within this ERANET co-fund and with a clear mandate. We wanted to highlight the need and the value of integrating a gender perspective in the monitoring of co-funded projects, and hopefully to serve as role models for other funding mechanisms and agencies that did not integrate yet any gender indicator in their monitoring. Please consider that when we started with this task in 2018, gender indicators were not so common among other ERANET co-funded schemes and other funding agencies. So for this purpose, we define 6 categories of indicators that combine both quantitative and qualitative indicators, some general indicators on the performing of the projects, basic features, and also specifically gender indicators. Among them, the category of IGAR, this means integration of gender analysis in research, included 2 basic quantitative indicators, such as number of gender experts in the research team, and also members of the research team who have received training on IGAR through the lifetime of the project, to let us know the knowledge on sex-gender analysis within the projects and how this could be increased through the lifetime of these projects. And we included also some open questions to collect qualitative insights regarding sex-gender analysis, such as how the collection tools capture information relevant to sex-gender, to what extent the variables used highlight the relationship between the SDG studied in the project and gender factors, and to what extent the project brings out, if any, differences, inequalities between women and men in the field. These indicators were crucial to highlight in the midterm report and in the midterm workshop we organized in 2021, the contribution of these funded projects to advance knowledge on gender issues and in what ways, and also to highlight how your results may lead to academic evidence for the design of gender equality policies. We took the opportunity during the midterm workshop to highlight in your own words how these projects could contribute to this, to increase this knowledge. So we are aware that filling in these monitoring templates may not be the favorite task of researchers, but for us it is crucial to stress the message that funding gender research may lead to added value, impact on society, and potentially better policies and innovations. We are also convinced that showing the value and the quality of this research will help us to manage some resistances we still face today, that it is an issue already highlighted this morning. This is to tell you that we will come back to you with the final monitoring soon, and we will be happy to spread the word of all your contributions to gender knowledge. We think this task is still important today, since in our GenderNet Plus 2021 mapping on national initiatives on the integration of the gender dimension in research content, we could see how only one of the funders involved in this mapping had mechanisms in place to ensure the quality of the gender dimension in research projects funded. So it was the exception. This is why we try to stress the key message that the gender dimension of research and innovation needs to be consistent during the whole funding cycle of research projects. And we try to give some ideas, potential measures that could be implemented during this phase of monitoring and evaluation of funded projects. Moreover, a recent article by Hunt, Woolum, and Schibinger, already mentioned this morning in the keynote speaker, included in the framework to implement and evaluate policies some items for the evaluation of policy implementation. And according to this global survey, this was not one of the strengths among research funders. There has been some advancement recently. We could give the example of the Agencia Estatal de Investigación in Spain, our state research agency. This is not just to highlight Spanish institutions, but it is an example close to us, and it's involved as funder in the GenderNet Plus consortium. In their first gender equality plan, they include some monitoring indicators or evaluation indicators regarding the IGAR measures. For instance, the number of calls for proposals that incorporate the guidelines on sex-gender analysis, percentage of applications describing the gender dimension in the proposal, and also the number of evaluators who carry out self-training on gender equality, including sex-gender analysis, participating as experts in the evaluation panels. To have a complete picture of all these issues, they include also, but this is very recent, in their monitoring reports, a question for funded projects, a question regarding how the project has considered the integration of gender analysis in research in different aspects. This was not in place when we collected information for our former mapping in 2021. So we see some recent positive signs, and we as sister projects, we will continue monitoring this progress through GenderNet Plus and through other initiatives funded by the Commission, such as, for instance, the Gender Action Plus project. This new project has recently launched a survey on gender equality policies in research and innovation, and several questions regarding IGAR policies developed by national authorities and also research funding organizations have included different questions regarding the implementation of these IGAR policies, monitoring, evaluation, the impact, if there has been some evaluation. And we will collect again information regarding challenges and obstacles in implementing this kind of policies. So GenderNet Plus former work has served as inspiration for this benchmarking and will be a reference for comparison. So to finish, we like to think that GenderNet Plus has in some way contributed to establish like a minimum standard regarding gender indicators in the monitoring of co-funded projects, and also regarding the monitoring and evaluation of this kind of policies among research funders. And you, with your work and contributing to our monitoring, you have been part of this. So thank you so much.